But also,
as the Albanians.
I think, I don't know much about Britain, but my feeling is that it's also not easy to have the same sense of community that it was once upon a time. It's much much more distant. And I was in London last time to meet the Albanians, and the common, very common tale, and I'm talking about people that are well established, hard workers, that started just by trying to do everything, and now have family, have kids, and they were saying to me the same. They're saying, listen, you have to have 2 jobs.
Yes, yeah.
Otherwise, it's not possible. And of course, it's good in some ways for the kids, but it's not so good even for the kids. And the spare time with the family is zero.
Yeah.
So, but you know, people. I had here people that came from immigration, and they say the same thing. You know, when people see the wages from here, and they make the comparison, of course, it's big. But what is behind the wage in terms of rents, in terms of taxes, in terms of bills to pay, it's unbearable in Britain or wherever you want in Europe. So there is a balance to make, but still, you know, I also understand people that they want to challenge themselves, and they want to win a challenge with life by trying where they think there are bigger opportunities, and this is normal.
Yeah.
And how is your time in terms of, let's say, how is a normal day of yours in Albania?
It varies, to be honest. The thing that I do in Albania, and not just Albania, I've got people all over the world that look for me for advice, and talking about young people that I've seen grow and the projects I've been working on. And here in Albania, it's the same. So I am doing consultancy work, but I'm not building anything other than people. What I want to try and do, I've had a great career, 40 odd years of projects. I want to try and give something back. And the best way to do that is to help people grow. And project management as a true profession in Albania is something fairly new. So I'm doing all sorts of things like we've started a project academy with one company where we bring people and try and grow them through the experience of the company in parallel with academic project management training. So my life here in Albania is working part-time, if you like, but also I love traveling. I love traveling around Albania. And I don't get bored with it, because every time I go back a few years later, I see such changes. We made a trip quite recently from Kocha across country, and it was at the time of the year the trees were just turning, so the colours on the trees. But what impressed me, I'd done that trip before, but the roads had improved so much. So like I say, travelling around is something that also interests me, both in Albania and also around it's so close to Italy.
Albania has a bless. It's very diverse in its small size. So I can pretend the historical record of the most consumed traveler in the country, because since I was the leader of the opposition, I traveled all over, and I don't know how many times I've visited every city, by no doubt, but also a lot of villages. And believe me, I continue to be surprised, because when I touch a new ground, there's always something diverse. So it's not the same landscape and then different communities, but these different communities, different landscapes, and different colors, and different altitudes, and different biodiversity. It's incredible, and this is a big asset we have, and you are right. And then for people that come, usually they come now less, but at least until some years ago, the expectation was so low, and then they get mesmerized, and everything then become a love story. The daughters are coming often, or depends?
It depends. My youngest daughter, who lives in Scotland, I'm a grandfather, so she has a baby now 14 months old. But she came in June with the baby, so even my granddaughter's seen Albania. So but friends of friends. I mean, we were entertaining somebody that was a friend. Well, it was the daughter of a friend, an old friend of my wife's. And she came over, and we were showing her around. So, like I say, I'm a sort of part-time tour guide.